Let's go. Alex Eala set to compete in 2025 Guangzhou Open. The sun was barely awake over Manila Bay when Alex Eala's alarm buzzed. It wasn't just another training morning. It was destiny, whispering her name. The cool dawn air shimmered as her sneakers kissed the pavement on her morning jog. The 20-year-old tennis prodigy from the Philippines had her sights fixed on China, Guangzhou to be exact. The 2025 Guangzhou Open wasn't just another tournament for Alex. It was a next frontier, a chance to test her might against the fiercest in the world and to write another thrilling chapter in her story, not just as an athlete, but as a symbol of Southeast Asian pride. With each stride, she thought about the miles she traveled, the humid courts of Maddie, the red clay of Paris, the roaring hard courts of New York. Every drop of sweat, every blister, every heartbreak, they had all led here. Let's go, she whispered, her voice soft but unshakably fierce. It wasn't just motivation. It was a war cry. The road to Guangzhou. The tennis world had been buzzing for weeks. Social media platforms exploded when the official Guangzhou Open roster was revealed. Alexander Alex wildcard entry turned dark horse contender. Sports analysts debated her potential. Fans filled comment sections with emojis, Philippine flags, and hopeful cries of lean Alex, fight Alex. But to those who truly knew her coach's family, and loyal fans, this was no surprise. Ella had been quietly but steadily climbing the WTA rankings through 2024, clinching doubles, titles, grinding through qualifiers, and earning respect for her composure on and off the court. She wasn't a headline hunter. She was a storm gathering strength. The Guangzhou Open, one of Asia's premier hardcore tournaments, was the perfect battleground, with rising Chinese stars, WTA veterans, and young firebrand from Europe and the Americas, all converging. It was a stage where reputations could be made or broken, and Ella knew she wasn't just representing herself. She was representing an entire region that had long been waiting for a hero in world tennis. Inside the grind, at the Rafael Nadal Academy in Mallorca, where she'd honed her craft since age 13, Alex's training had entered beast mode. Her longtime coach, Daniel Lopez, had one rule: no shortcuts. Day after day, she sharpened her serves, refined her footwork, and dissected every weakness in her game. A new layer of strength, both physical and mental, emerged. Guangzhou will be humid, fast, and mentally demanding, Lopez reminded her one afternoon. You'll need precision, not just power. Ellen nodded, sweat dripping down her temples. I'm ready, she said, gripping her racket like a sword. The preparation wasn't just about hitting balls. It was about shaping identity. Every swing of her racket was a declaration. I belong here. Her parents flew in for her final training week before China. Over dinner, her father Mike smiled as he watched her quietly study match footage of young Chinwin and Emma Raducanu. You never stop learning, huh? He teased. Alex grinned. That's the point. Every match tells a story. I want to write mine differently. Arrival in Guangzhou. The moment Alex landed in Guangzhou, the air felt different. The city was alive. Skyscrapers glimmer like silver swords under the dusk sky, and the scent of street food filled the air outside by an international airport. At the Players Hotel, she spotted familiar faces. Seasoned pros, rising juniors, global icons. Cameras flashed when she walked. In her signature calm smile never wavering, the Filipino press arrived the next morning. Reporters asked about her Mindset. It's about focus, Alex said. I'm not here to chase headlines. I'm here to play my heart out 1 point at a time. Still, her quiet confidence stirred something in the crowd. A local Chinese journalist whispered, "She has Nadal's discipline and Serena's fearlessness." Practice sessions were intense. Isla's rhythm was smooth, her forehand blistering. Her new secret weapon, a sharpened slice serve, drew gas from spectators. Every drill, every rally echoed with the weight of expectation, the draw that stunned. When the official tournament draw dropped, gasps rippled through the room. Alex Eala was set to face Elena Rybakina, the reigning Wimbledon champion, in the opening round. A first-round clash that could terrify most players. But not Alex. She studied the draw quietly, then smiled. "Perfect," she murmured. "I want to face the best." Her coach nodded approvingly. "That's the spirit. No easy road for legends." The match quickly became one of the tournament's most anticipated. Social media exploded. Eala versus Rybakina. The underdogs uprising. Fans in the Philippines organized watch parties. Malls set up giant screens. From Makati to Mindanao, people prepared to witness history. The match of fire and ice under the blazing Guangzhou sun. The court shimmered. Eala stepped onto blue. Hard court. Her eyes calm, her body electric. Rybakina towered across the net, composed, powerful, and confident. The first serve thundered. The rallies were brutal, for hands like lightning, footwork like poetry. Eala fought for every point, her grunts echoing through the arena. She lost the first set 4-6, but didn't flinch. Between games, she sat in her chair, towel over her head, visualizing every move. Then something shifted. In the second set, Eala unleashed her creativity. Drop, shots, deep angles, daring approaches. The crowd started chanting her name. Eala. She took the second set 7-5. By the third, both players were dripping with exhaustion, but Ella's eyes burned brighter. At 5-4, match point, she sent a blistering forehand down the line. Rybakina lunged, missed by inches. The aftermath. Back home, murals of Alex appeared across Metro Manila. Kids began joining tennis mize in record numbers. Local newspapers dubbed her Asia's Fierce Phoenix. The Philippine Sports Commission announced plans to develop a new national tennis center inspired by her journey. Sponsors flooded in. Nike, Globe, and even luxury brands saw her endorsement. But Eala chose carefully, always prioritizing authenticity over money. "I don't want to sell an image," she told Vogue Philippines. "I want to share a message that discipline and heart can break barriers." A legacy in motion. Months later, a return to Guangzhou, not as competitor, but as a guest of honor at a youth tennis clinic. Dozens of young players surrounded her, holding rackets and dreams. "Coach Alex," one shouted playfully. She laughed now, beside them, and said, "If you want to go far, remember it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up even when it's hard." The sun set behind her, painting the court gold. Cameras clicked, capturing a scene that felt almost cinematic. The past meeting the future epilogue, the girl who never stopped believing. The 2025 Guangzhou Open became more than a tournament for Alex Eala. It became a metaphor for resilience, courage, and self-belief. She didn't win the title that week, but she won something far greater. The respect of the world, the pride of her people, and the confidence to dream even bigger. As her flight took off back to Manila, she gazed out the window at the night sky. Somewhere between the stars and clouds, she smiled to herself. "Let's go," she whispered once more. We're just getting started. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share.